Hey guys, it's Layla. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Vlogmas Day 7 and I will be introducing you to my two leopard geckos. Without further ado, let's just hop right into the video. So this is Harry. He was my first leopard gecko and actually my first ever gecko of any type. I got him back in 2020 and he was hatched April 1st, 2020. I got him when he was just a few months old and he was actually hatched with an eye deformity. For reference, this eye is pretty normal. It's slightly deformed, but it's quite normal when you compare it to this eye. So he's kind of squinting it right now because I'm handling him and he doesn't love that. But as you can see, it won't really focus on it. I don't know why, but that eye is really deformed. He also has these little fat pockets. He's quite a chunky boy. But from what I've heard, these little pockets of fat behind the arms is like correlated with the eye deformity. I don't really know how that works, but apparently they're often seen together. He is quite a hefty boy. I weighed him the other day and he was just 81 grams, which is quite large for him. He is on a diet right now. Don't worry, I'm not promoting obesity. He is on a diet. We're trying to get him to a healthy weight. He currently lives in a 36 by 18 by 18 Thrive enclosure, and because of his eye deformity and a few other health problems, he isn't able to have a bioactive or naturalistic setup. He does have a dig box, but other than that, he's kept on non-adhesive cabinet liner because he tends to get loose substrate stuck in his eyes. He is also missing the top of a couple of his toes, which already happened before I got him. So yeah, that's Harry Smiles. He's super cute. I'm gonna put him up and grab the other boy. I almost forgot to mention, but he is a visually normal leopard gecko, but he is het bella albino, possible head eclipse. I personally will not be breeding him because he has an eye deformity and supposedly it's not genetic. That's what the breeder told me, but I don't want to take the risk of passing the eye deformity down to future generations of leopard geckos, so he is a pet-only little boy. Now we'll go get George. Always sanitize between handling your reptiles, especially if any of your reptiles are newer. Like George has only been here a few months, so I really like to make sure my hands are nice and clean in between handling my leopard geckos and other reptiles. But this is George. I got George a few months ago. My best guess is that he is 5 or 6 years old because his previous owner had him for like 4.5 years, and then the owner after him had him for a couple months, and then I got him, and I don't know how old he was when they got him, so over 5, possibly 6. He also has an eye deformity, as you can see here. One eye is massive and the other eye is tiny and also slightly structurally deformed. I'm not even sure if he has vision out of that eye because he has a hard time catching food and stuff with that eye. He does not have the little fat pockets, but he is a chunky boy and on a diet currently. He is some sort of patternless, I don't know. I'll try to pop in a couple clips of him so y'all can see what he really looks like, and if anyone has any ideas of what morph he is, I would love to know. Obviously, I'm not going to breed him. I don't know his genetics. I don't know his lineage. He has a deformity, but he does have this really cool little paradox spot right there. So yeah, that is George. A little bit of George's story is his original owner got him from a reptile expo and then went off to college. And when he left college, he left this little guy with his college roommate who then tried his best to care for him but wanted him to go to a better home, so he posted him on Craigslist, and that's when I found him. I reached out to the owner on the Craigslist ad and they actually ended up giving him and his enclosure to me for free. He was in a 20-gallon and I upgraded him after he ended quarantine into a 36 by 18 by 18 Thrive terrarium as well, and I do plan on trying out loose substrate with him. I'm not sure how it will work because of his eye deformity. If you have the same problems Harry does, I'm not sure. He is a super chill. He comes right out of any of his hides as soon as you come up to his enclosure, just lets you scoop him up, will literally walk into your hand. You can tell he's had some work put into him or just has a gentle nature, but you do have to hold on to him because sadly, he doesn't have any toenails. Like, there might be one tiny toenail, but he has lost parts of each and every one of his toes because when I got him, he didn't have a human hide in his enclosure, so I assume that's why. He does have a little bit of stuck shed around his vent area and on his tail that we're working to slowly get rid of. And if you look at his tail, I don't know how much y'all can tell there, but it is slightly crooked, which I believe is probably from MBD, which is metabolic bone disease. If you don't know what that is, it's where an animal's bones get a little weak and bendy because they don't have proper calcium in their diet. So that is George. I'm very happy to have him. He is currently a foster. I'm not sure if he's going to be a foster fel or not, but I'm just enjoying him as I have him. I'm not going to be actively looking for a home for him currently, but if somebody reaches out to me and wants to take him and I just find the perfect situation for him, the perfect home, then I would be willing to rehome him. But currently, he'll be sticking around for quite a while. I think he would honestly be such a great program animal, which is something I would love to do in the future because of how easy he is to handle, how much he just lets you touch him, doesn't care, and it's just super cute. And I feel like sociable, like he'd be a animal that kids are really drawn to. So yeah, both Harry and George love all insects, anything that moves, so superworms, mealworms, crickets, dubia roaches, nutrigrubs. Both Harry and George love all bugs, anything that moves, superworms, mealworms, dubia roaches, crickets, nutrigrubs, or black soldier-fly larvae. They love it all, including my fingers. Anything that is moving in front of their face, they will attempt to eat. Fake plants? Sure. If it moved, they'll eat it. They also get a lot of supplements like calcium with D3, calcium without D3, because they currently don't have a UVB light. I do plan on giving them both UVB in the very, very near future. On top of the calcium supplements, they also get multivitamin supplements, which allow them to be healthy. And I also gut load their insect feeders with all sorts of healthy veggies and supplements as well, so they're getting all the things they need to be healthy little geckos. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed getting to meet my two adorable little leopard geckos. If you would like to see more of them, I have videos posted of both of them up on my channel, including one introducing George and going more in depth of his story, and multiple of Harry since he was a little baby. Just a reminder, we don't have any Vlogmas videos tomorrow or Sunday because I like to take the weekends off to film these videos. So I will see you guys on Monday for Vlogmas Day 8.